Lowkey velocity.
Today we talk Super Smash Bros., Final Essays, and Lindor chocolate. You know, the lame things. But first, welcome back to Lowkey Velocity. This is episode 3. I didn't think I'd be making episode 1, but here I am now. I love how I open those with just hello, I am a robot. Oh jeez. Hello, welcome back. You know how it is. I'm gonna probably be more open and chill on this one, but I always gotta do it now because it's become a staple. So I have a very high quality phone with a a nice microphone. So every time I do that, I love hearing it in headphones because it's just like, ew. I basically take what makes you uncomfortable and exploit it. You know? It's wild. Oh geez, it's a lot of silence. Anyway, let's talk about the first thing I really am excited about. So I got Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch recently. And boy, is that fun. I mean, I'm personally not somebody that was very big into Super Smash Bros. And there's a whole community for it, like, oh, they play professionally for money. Not me, I was never really a big thing. I thought it was cool. I thought the idea of oh man, all these fighters in one game, that's neat. But I never really appreciated it until now when I own it. I haven't unlocked every character and I am not even close to finishing the game because I don't have 20 hours to have fun, you know? But it's extremely worth it if you do get it. I'm going to recommend it because I don't recommend things enough. I recommended an album once. That's a really good game. There's a lot of good characters. My personal favorites to main characterize. Is that a word? No, it's not. Anyway, whatever. I'm a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm a big fan of Link from Legend of Zelda. That's very fun to play as. Even with swords is interesting, which is why I made my personal Mii fighter a swordsman. Yeah, that's right. My childhood dream of being a swordsman is being relived through Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Speaking of Sonic, they released a motion poster, if that exists, of the new Sonic movie, and I'm skeptical. That's all I'm gonna say about it, because it looks fine. It just doesn't look right, you know? If I wasn't a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, like the obsessed-ish person I am, I would be cool with it, but I'm just oh, he looks a little too hedgehoggy and not enough Sonic-y. It's and the hair's kind of weird, but whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna have to wait until it comes out. It's gonna come out November something, 2019. Jim Carrey's gonna be in it. It's gonna be wild. Avengers who? The end game trailer actually for Avengers came out actually, and that was, I don't care, honestly. You know, everyone loves them. Everyone every one of those kind of people loves those Marvel movies. They call them the big superhero movies of our generation. I just don't care really. Yeah, sure, Iron Man was great. I'm of course gonna see Avengers Endgame, but I'm not gonna go see Captain Marvel. And I'm gonna see it once. I'm never gonna rent it again and be like, oh yeah, I miss it, or buy it. No, I'm just gonna see it in the movies once, maybe on Tuesday when it's discounted, and then just be all in my day. I'll be like, oh, cool. Because I mean, I read comics. I don't care for Marvel. I prefer DC, and their movies have been interesting as of late. But still, I'd rather watch that than watch Captain Marvel. Oh, sorry, I had to swallow there because, you know, life. Another movie that I'm excited for. Oh, a movie that I am excited for, I should say, because I'm not excited for the Captain Marvel movie. And I'm a little skeptical of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I'm excited for the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. That looks beautiful. I'm excited for that movie. That looks fun. It looks amazing, the visuals. The music's pretty good. You get Broly, who's always a neat character. You get Super Saiyan God Vegeta. And if you usually don't care about these things, but you still listen to my podcast, I would recommend you check it out in case you were curious. It looks like it'd be a fun action movie, not even just a good Dragon Ball Z movie. Or Dragon Ball Super, I apologize. Oh geez, I just had to cut out a lot because there was a failed bit in there. But I'm gonna tell you, I am a big into Smash Brothers. I thought about playing it right now, but I feel like I'd get too distracted to even finish the podcast. But I might do something like that later if I can focus. Again, big, good stuff, good stuff. I recently finished my final essay, which is wild. It was for U.S. history, and boy, was that fun, wasn't it? It's about progress and all this garbage. And, I mean, I have fun with essays, but it was kind of stressful, you know? Whatever, I still had my tea, I had my Lipton. What did I say was a Lindor chocolate? Ugh, I have that right in the next to me, and I'm tempted just to get one out, but gotta do a podcast, and that's called self-control. Because I have that. I say, lying down in my bed with my ramen not sweatpants, pajama pants on, my Sonic the Hedgehog sock slippers, I guess you'd call them. I don't know really what their name are, but whatever. The point is that I swear I have self-control over things. Let's see. I'm looking around and I'm just noticing, like, wow, there's like eras in here. You know, there's that era I was into Diary of a Wimpy Kid. There's that era I was really into Star Wars. It's just like my room is something that represents me more than more than anything that I make purposefully will ever do, you know? So, I was thinking about the 1975 and their whole album and such, and I went to the merch store, and I saw that they had, like, some records, and they had some cassette tapes, and it got me thinking, like, why do we, as people, just start to enjoy records or enjoy novelties? Because we have better things. Like, we can stream music through our, like, tiny devices that we, like, use to also call people, message them from around the world. We can just stream, like, all the music on it. But we're like, no, I want to get a player that I have to clean and fix every so often. And I want to get a record that is easily messed up. And I want to play it like that. And then do all the work. And then flip over to the other side. Like, why do we want that? I'm not saying that it's wrong. I love it. What I think is wrong is the fact that we take novelties. Well, no. I think it's that we take things that were once redundant and use them as novelties, thus like creating more of like a role for the things that we don't need anymore, you know? Whatever, who needs to say anything? I still love records. I'm always gonna get them. I kind of want to hope they become redundant, because then that means they get really cheap, and that means I can buy more. Oh jeez, I'm looking at my laptop and I said like redundant. I have the worst laptop, I'm just gonna say it. Every 5 seconds, like, I don't even record this podcast or like upload it using that computer. I have to use my phone. Once I get a better computer, I really do want to like work with, like, oh yeah, I get a guest or something, you know? Because talking by yourself, sure, it sounds like, oh yeah, I could do this, but when you record, you're like, oh, you like the oh god, what was that laugh? That was a fake laugh, but it's just like, what am I, a Neanderthal? Going ooga booga Neander? Is that what my Neanderthals do? See, this is why you need somebody there. You need someone to like tell you, hey, don't do that Neanderthal joke that you had in mind. Ugh, I'm thirsty, man. We should talk to I don't know. If I need someone to talk to, I'll just get my co-host, Alexa. How you doing?
I'm feeling complete, because I just worked out the ending to my latest holiday story.
Good on you. Good on you. God, this is gonna be one of those podcasts where it's just gonna be like, wow, he gave up after episode 3, huh? Nah, I'm still loving it. I have my plans. I'm gonna eat some Lindor later. You don't know. This is a crazy day. What I'm doing right now is, if you want to picture where I am, I'm just crossing my legs, just sitting here, my hands just holding the phone. I'm looking at my like digital clock on my TV, because that's the wallpaper, and you know, just staring around. I think that it's time for us to go look at the news. Ooh, the news segment. There's the whole PewDiePie calling Lily Singh an idiot for wondering why female YouTubers aren't top earners, even though that's not at all what he said. They're wild. There's the Gohan fight from Dragon Ball Super in English. Marvel debuted the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Spider-Man! Oh, why didn't I think about that? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is coming out, and I'm pretty excited for that. I think that's going to be fun. It looks fun. It's got 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, I've never seen a movie with 99%. I thought it had 100%, honestly. Oh, God, Elon Musk. Elon Musk, just, he's like how people feel about the New York Giants. Like, they love him, but they're not doing too well recently. I mean, they won that one game. Whatever, don't take that. It's like how I feel about the Sonic movie. That's a better example. Ariana Grande, who I just don't care for. And it's not that she's a bad person, I just don't care for her taking just such underwhelming stuff. Whatever. Anyway, ooh, BAE chord revelation. I don't care. Right, Ariana, calm down. Ariana, thank you. Next. I hate that. Ooh, man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm from Minnesota now. I'm from Minnesota. I do the Minnesota voice. I should just do voices one episode. I should just be like, hello, I'm Doug. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Okay. I'm gonna stop now because that's just too much. Sometimes I feel like I'm too much. Sometimes I feel like, ooh, wild. Oh, on Twitter, Smash Brothers is still being important, and I might as well talk about some Smash Brothers for more time. If you don't know what Smash Brothers really is, and you just didn't care, it's like a fighting game, like a battle royale, but not a Fortnite royale. Just like a bunch of people fighting on like a single stage, and you don't have health. You have this percentage meter that says like, oh, you have like 0%. That means you can't be like knocked out. But if you have like over like 200, you get knocked out real easy with like special attacks or whatever. And they got all these characters. They got like Ganondorf. They got from Legend of Zelda. They got Mario. You know, the Mario man. But Sonic is my boy. Sonic the Hedgehog will always be the person I'll pick when I'm fighting against somebody, even though I'm better with other people. Oh jeez. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Hee hee. Keeping up with the Kardashians. Okay, I don't know why I follow Chloe and two others. It tells me that I just don't care about the Kardashians. I don't know why I'm following them. I don't care about musical theater either. I'm just gonna be real. I'm hating what's going on right there. It's a picture of Sonic. Oh, I'm gonna have to put this one in the podcast, aren't I? It's a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog with that one hockey mascot's face. And God, that's a nightmare. Oh, the Onion. The Onion. Oh my God, The Onion is one of my favorite. If you don't know what The Onion is a satire news network where it basically makes fun of everything. And it's just very, very interesting because they don't take they don't take parodies. They just make things. For example, here's a story from a News and Brief segment that says, "Nothing is more attractive than confidence," says woman who has apparently never seen Sonic the Hedgehog cosplay. Posted today at 8:44 a.m. And this episode's gonna be a lot about Sonic, huh? I'm noticing slowly. I don't know. I feel like that represents me a lot. I'm a big fan of Sonic. I'm not one of those weird furry kind of people, but I grew up with them. I played the Dreamcast, which is a Sega console that was around the time of the first Xbox and PS2, I'm gonna say. And then that's where they went out of business as a console company and began making games of their own. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna call this one the Sonic episode. Like, who even says it like that? Alright. I had an idea real quick. Okay, so we're gonna flip a coin, and if it's heads, I just do nothing. Nothing changes. But if it's tails, I have to talk in this weirdly Australian, British, Scottish, whatever you want to call it, accent the entire time. Alexa, flip a coin.
Heads.
Oh, you are lucky today. I could spend hours just going, "Hello, how are you? How are you doing? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. You know how it is. You know how it is, mate." Man, I feel bad. Anyway, whatever. Who cares about the British? They're not even British. I don't know what that accent is. You know what? Tell me what that accent is if you know. But if you don't say anything, so whatever. Oh, God, I want to talk about memories, okay? Memories are wild, right? I want to talk about them because, I learned some more stuff about them and, like, how they work or whatever. And I think they're interesting. Like, you just recall this piece of information because it was important to you. Like, how do you know it's important to you? Your brain just, like, takes in already what's important, It does all that work for you. You don't have to decide anymore because if you don't remember it, then it's obviously not important. Sorry. Gotta get myself a nice drink. I didn't do the obnoxious ASMR-esque Lipton thing again. Oh, sorry. Gotta swallow. Don't take that out of context. Anyway. I just remember memories. Wow. I remember memories. Never mind. I meant to say I can recall memories such as like a dream I had when I was like 3, which is a digital aquarium, like just in a loop, And for some reason, if you say a memory, it just triggers more memories. Like, there was this laptop, and I used to play this one Buzz Lightyear game. I forget what it's called, and if I had the chance, I'd play it 1,000 times. But it was like you went through some hoops, and you could hear the music, and there's a smell to it. I don't know. It just it puts me back in this weird memory. I just don't remember what it's called or what it was or anything. 3D Space Pinball and Purple Place were big for me because I was like, oh yeah, I remember making a cake on Windows 7 Vista. Man, I have fun now because I'm just thinking. The first 2 podcasts were I'm nervous and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, and I get that because, it's a new podcast. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done a podcast before. It's not like I have experience in it. But now that I'm getting a hang of it, I'm being more open about it. And I plan to be more open and cool about it for a while. Maybe if you saw earlier, I released this quick track I kind of created on BandLab or whatever, and it was like called something like, what was it called? I don't remember. Melancholy, and that looked really lame. And I know it looks kind of shady and whatever, but I was a fan of it. I'm gonna have fun doing that. It's very fun. It's not like it's kind of a passion project. It's not like, oh, I dedicate my life to this music. But I don't also disregard it as just something as a small interest, I think I take a considerable amount of time just doing it for fun. Like I do with writing, I'm a big fan of writing, even though I should probably write a script for this. I love writing, I love improvising, I love presenting, I love performing. I just love doing that kind of stuff, and I take that and channel that into some of my feelings for this podcast or the music I kind of make. I wouldn't say I make it, I should say compose it, Fun fact, I wanted to be a rapper for a long time, and I don't know what happened to that. I don't remember that, but I remember I wanted to be one. I just don't remember the steps I took. Like, I can rhyme, but they're very white. It's like, yeah, I wrote this line. It took so much time. I know I can rhyme. I like slimes. I like lemons too. And you. And me too. The movement. Oh, that was not a good one. Oh, man, this is going to be a bombastic podcast. I'm like, oh yeah, sound catch-up. Oh yeah, rapping. Oh yeah, records. I'm going to take a quick break. That way I can just assess myself. So in the meantime, listen to some tune I made, It's going to be pretty good.
There must be something wrong with me, Linus. Christmas is coming, but I'm not happy. I don't feel the way I'm supposed to feel. I just don't understand Christmas, I guess.
Crazy song, wasn't it? Yep, that's the song. It went boop and a bop and a beep boop and a boop bop and a boom boom. I don't even know. Let me tell you a tale. Let me try to use my improvisational skills and tell you the tale of Whimsy McGee. Nope. I'm gonna come up with a better name. We're gonna call him James Marthaw. Now, James Marthaw was born in 1902 in Kentucky to Margaret and his father, Bill. John, that was his name, right? John Marthaw. He used to grow up and he went to the bar for school, and the drunkards would teach him all about the math and the social studies and the history and the more social studies. They were all the social study majors, actually. One of them taught him political sciences, and then he grew up to be a big, strong man. One day, Jonathan Marthaw walked into the bar where he used to be taught, and he said, "Hey, you boys, I'm home." And one of them said, "Oh, hey, hello." They were Australian, by the way, except for him. They were like, "Oh," one of them was like, "Hey, hello, how you doing? Jack." And then James said, "I'm doing great. It's great seeing you, Lebowski." And Lebowski, he was the guy who just talked, and he said, "Oh, you gotta go on a quest. You gotta go on a quest to go save Australia, Scotland, British land." Yep, that's the place. And Jack Jiggity Boo, Jack Marthaw said, "Well, my name ain't Jack Marthaw. I can get this done." So he rode upon his horse that he brought into the bar. He got out of the saloon that he was in, I guess, and he went out to save British Australia land, Scott. Yep. So he went to the mayor of the town. He said, "What can I do to stop the Australia British Scotland to be overrun by the Nazis?" No, that's not a good one. The hibernators. And the mayor said, How y'all do? I need y'all help to get the cheeseburger man," and he ate the cheeseburgers. What's going on? Oh, jeez, I'm having too much fun. Oh man, tune in next time for the next part of the James Marthaw story. See, and now I've given you a reason to watch the next one. Wow, isn't that wild? So, when I get these, when I look at these podcasts, I can see them on the, on my YouTube, studio thing, where it's like, I can see the analytics, and look at how many people view it, and how they viewed it, and what can I do to make it better, or whatever. And frankly, I'm almost shocked that I'm getting 65 views, or whatever, because you look at a video and you're like, wow, that's not a lot of people. But that means people have just been watching more than 10 seconds of it. That means people took time out of their day to listen or watch or whatever. And for that, I'm pretty grateful, you know? I think that's almost amazing. Not just almost. That is amazing. I'm excited. I'm happy for everyone that listens to these. It brings me very much joy and very much, I wouldn't say a heart. It would bring me much reason to keep going. Give me a purpose, you know? I'm glad that I'm given this purpose thanks to people who listen, you know? I also am giving purpose to the words, you know, because I don't stop saying them. So this next podcast, get ready for some me stopping saying, you know. You're gonna hear a lot more of Jack Marthaw. I might just do an episode just based off of the story of Jack Marthaw, because that just sounds fun. But for this podcast, the cool podcast, I'm gonna give you some homework. You're gonna have to look up page 263 in the math book. No, I'm just kidding. I want you to comment. I don't know. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say, well, I do care if you say, hey, this sucks. Don't please, I'm fragile. Just say something that you think would make it better. And I wouldn't mind if you ask, hey, why can't you just do some video stuff? what else can I do with this channel? Because I love doing, like, sketch stuff. I love doing beats and such. I like just having fun, you know? And my goal here is to have fun and also be listened to. And I want to know what you want from me that will make you listen or make you laugh or be happy or whatever. And that's what I want, you know? I thought about making, like, a sketch comedy based off of someone who makes, like, outdated jokes too much. Like, these nuts jokes, even, like, how many years after it was funny. Because I still do that. I still make these nuts jokes. I make these nuts jokes. I make 9 plus 10 is 21 jokes. I'm not happy about that. Like, sometimes I even be like, wow, Gangnam Style's funny, right? Harlem Shake. Y'all love that one. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, jeez. How could I not have thought about that? YouTube Rewind came out. YouTube Rewind 2018. And first off, why wasn't I in it? Where's my podcast, huh? YouTube? Tell me about that. Second off, why was it so corporate? Like, Will Smith was in it. Like, he's not really a YouTuber. He's not that much of a content creator. He has, like, less than 10% of the biggest, most subscribed people. AKA myself. You know, that's me. The most subscribed person in the world. The point is that I just feel like there was not enough representation for anyone, because I was here on YouTube for like a year. I didn't post. I mean, I'm not saying I posted everything for a year, but I watched. I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. This is interesting. I remember the big Logan Paul KSI fight that everyone was so excited for. That landed in a draw that I knew was gonna happen, and I got upset about it, even though I was expecting anything. I mean, there's just so many things that just got brought out. Not that I like Logan Paul or any of the Paul brothers. I'm not a big fan of any one of them. I think they're both stupid and useless, but you know what? Who cares? I think they still should have been represented for who they are, you know? Because it doesn't matter if they're stupid or whatever. They still represent YouTube more than Will Smith. I'm looking at my lemon diffuser. I seem to have a big thing with lemon. Lemon's amazing. I just eat them, and that grosses people out. They're like, why do you do that? I just rip the skin off and I eat them. You know, that's what cannibals say about people. But, you know, it just tastes good. It's just something I've always liked. I know it's bad for my teeth. I know it's bad for more than... It does about as much bad as it does for good. But I don't care, because it just smells good. It tastes good. I think that you know what? I recommend lemon. You know what? I'm just going to say it. Recommendations today. Sonic motion poster trailer. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And the lemons. This episode is sponsored by lemons. Go to lemons.com to get your 40% off your lemon. Plus shipping and lemoning. I'm having too much fun today, so I'm probably going to end it soon. But before I do, I just want to remind you that Jake Marthaw is getting lost in your lies, in your web of lies. You know, he needs help. Get him some help. Go to the next podcast when it comes out. Make sure you subscribe and like and comment what you like. You gotta do it. You gotta do it for Jake. Jake, no. Jake.